For a century, we operated under a simple rule. If it's on film, it happened. But technological progress makes that assumption increasingly unreliable. When visual evidence can be manufactured from scratch, we lose the shared record we once took for granted. Without a way to verify what we see, the potential for fraud or fabricated outcry increases. These models don't actually understand the world they are depicting. They are simply predicting pixels based on massive datasets. Because they are approximations, they often leave behind detectable inconsistencies. Spotting these errors requires moving past a quick glance. It means looking at media with the same scrutiny an investigator uses on a crime scene, searching for physical logic where there should be none. Navigating this environment requires a transition. We have to move from simply viewing content to actively questioning how a scene was constructed. That investigation begins by stepping back. Before we analyze the pixels, we have to look at the context surrounding the media. As this guide suggests, we start with behavior. If a public figure says something that doesn't align with their known history or personality, that is a reason to look closer. An algorithm can mimic a voice, but it cannot replicate years of documented behavior or historical context. The logic of the statement itself often provides the first hint of a fabrication. The next step is a concrete verification. Take a screenshot of the video and run a reverse image search. This can often lead you back to the original, unedited footage. Finding the original source, or the lack of one, acts as an initial filter. If the context doesn't hold up, the video's visual quality doesn't matter. Once the context is checked, we move inside the frame to analyze the physical environment. Look past the person speaking and check the background. As noted here, figures in the distance may appear disfigured, or background objects may look warped and distorted. Generators focus resources on the central subject. Lacking a grasp of 3D depth, they guess incorrectly, rendering surrounding space. Shadows are just as revealing. While real shadows align with a specific light source, synthetic objects often cast shadows in conflicting directions. While the technology can render a convincing face in isolation, it struggles to simulate the holistic physics of a real, interconnected environment. The final stage of the investigation takes us to the micro level, where we hunt for pixel-level anomalies and timing errors. Skin textures in these images often look smoothed over, lacking the natural imperfections of real video. And as research from Britannica indicates, background text is frequently misspelled or nonsensical. Image generators recognize the visual shape of a sign, but they lack the sequential logic to string actual letters together to spell real words. For video, the timing is a major giveaway. Listen for sudden, unnatural shifts in audio pitch, and watch for any slight delays between the movement of the lips and the sound of the voice. Maintaining perfect synchronization between synthetic audio and video across every single frame is a massive processing challenge. Under that load, the model often drops frames, resulting in glitches around the mouth. When forced to handle extreme sequential detail or continuous motion, the digital seams of the illusion begin to show. This is the methodology, moving from broad context to the physics of the environment to the micro details. These technical shortcomings will eventually disappear. The models will learn to render perfect text and correct lighting physics over time. But even as the visuals improve, the method of investigation remains our defense. The process of verifying provenance and checking physical logic is a permanent necessity. The next time a piece of media provokes a sudden emotional surge, pause, look past the initial reaction, and subject the scene to forensic scrutiny. Media literacy now means protecting your own perspective. We have to systematically dissect the illusion before we allow ourselves to believe it.